everybody, to Six Invitational 2025, live from the MGM Music Hall at Fenway Park, Boston. We have a grand final on our hands, and my God, do we have a lot to dive through. BDS versus FaZe Clan, and our focus up first is BDS. This segment is about the keys to success, the keys to power for
what the hell's with the
one of our team. Hi, I'm Milosh, with me are
Did you
Fox,
change your name
Fresh,
in your profile
and
picture?
Gents, let's go down the line. The keys to success for BDS.
Yeah, well, you got to talk about their individual prowess. Each and every single one of these players throughout the year. A long time I was talking about Shaiko, but then we would talk about LickyFac as he would step into it. Bride being one of the best clutch players in the entire league, in the ecosystem, and then they pick up uses in Solitov that were huge pickups for their success throughout this entire year leading up until this point.
Yeah, if you look role for role, BDS have basically in every single role, in the support, in the IGL, in the front line, in the flex, they just have the best people that exist inside of European Siege that speak English. Obviously, there's maybe Brazilian counterparts, we'll come on to that. But everybody makes so much sense on this lineup that I can't find, you can't think of a weak point. Individually, they're all amazing.
Yeah, they all really click together, and I think
I wish I understood how OBS worked better so I can just get you guys closer to real time.
Users and Solitov, they've been a full firing machine. Any one of these players can pop off in any given moment, and obviously, when you have a team that has just amazing players all around, you're gonna need an IGL that's gonna be able to lead them.
No, that's a team as a whole, and as you say, yes, the IGL. There's been a lot of talks about the in-game leader and really pushing the team beyond their limits even in-game.
Yeah, of course, in LickyFac, you have to talk about this guy because even when he was being brought up into the league, he stepped into a role on this BDS roster where he was going to lead these men. And leading the men is exactly what he's done. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to cross the road for the majors of getting there, but the fact that they are here, the fact that they are one step away from winning this world championship, it is all on LickyFac, and he can absolutely get that done.
I mean, he's the IGL of the year. Obviously, him being at the, him coming to this tournament has proven the time and time again that he can get his teammates to where he needs to be, and the fact that he can do that in not just one, but two different languages is so impressive, and it's so difficult, and it just means that his mind's transcended above just IGLing. He understands the game so flawlessly.
I was just about to come on to that, actually, because you're both bilingual, maybe even more for yourself, Milos. You speak a lot of languages.
Four of them.
Quad.
Thinking in, he will no doubtedly think in French and have to convert that instantly into English for his team. Now, that's got to be impossible to do, and yet he's done it with such success that they've played in every final this year.
The entire team working together. We have an IGL at the head, but also that there's support staff in the back that help them make the macro decisions going into a series. The diversity of map pool for this team lacks.
Yeah, I mean, me and Jack already showed the map pool that's been played. They have played 8 out of 9 maps so far.
Alex,
one of them
who
is
do you
being
think's
banned
gonna
out
win?
because teams don't want to allow that. So the fact that you can open up yourself to go to any single map, feel comfortable on, is such a big thing. And especially through my career, you would see teams that would just shy away from other maps. The fact that BDS can play every single map is such an impressive feat in its own.
And I think that's just
Seeing teams
able to fundamentally be mapped because they can play every version of Siege. They can be aggressive, they can be slow, they can be a hybrid. There's not just one way to their playstyle that they're static to. They're able to accustom to any situation in any team.
Look, there's 9 maps in our competitive pool, but there's one that stands out for BDS.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it, Jack.
We've got to talk about Bank, and we don't know whether it's going to be in the map veto yet. Obviously, they get the opportunity to pick it if BDS do want to pick it. Now, this roster of BDS has never lost the map of Bank. Look at that one map in bold, bottom left of your screen. That was at Esports World Cup when BDS played FaZe on Bank, 7-0 result. It's a huge map that we don't know if they will pick it. They might not, but they have the opportunity to.
It's not like every single one of those results are crushing, right? There's times where they're being pushed to 7-5s, times where they're going to overtime depending on who they're facing off against. But if anything, with 16 times 1-0 loss over a year and a half, there's a lot to study up on.
It's a fact that they can feel comfortable on it, and it's true. Teams are going to study up on that. They are going to see where things may have gone awry, even just recently against Fury where they would play against them. So the fact of the matter, if you're BDS, you are on a 16-0 win streak, you feel great on this map. It doesn't matter what a team has to prep for.
Jack, has anybody really figured out this team and map bans overall?
Well, no, if we go and look at
I was just making sure my soundboard was on.
We'll see that actually their bank run probably started inside of Manchester. I don't think teams feared them on Bank inside of Manchester. The Manchester Major Grand Final, actually, it was Beast Coast that banned away Clubhouse. But since then, we go through to the Esports World Cup against W7M. First ban for W7M, bank, get it off the board. And the Montreal Major, again for W7M, first ban, bank, get it off the board. Again, I'm coming on to bank quite here because BDS have the option, if they want it, to pick it because of their map veto advantage. Nobody will be able to ban it away from them.
And it makes a lot of sense just because as a player, when you go to certain maps that are very 50-50, it's very easy to be able to beat teams that maybe could be better.
What the hell does BDS stand for anyways?
Specifically like Bank, that if you are one of the best Bank teams in the world, nobody is beating on you. It's a guaranteed win every single time it's in the map pool. And most teams, because it's such a difficult map to attack and play on, they'd rather just get rid of it. They don't want to take the risk. They'd rather go to a more of a 50-50 map. So if you're one of the best teams at an uncharacteristically weird map like Bank, you'd be able to just get away with it every time.
Gentlemen, we looked at the macro here, but what if we went into the strategy? Alphama is standing by to do just that. Our French friend, please, what do you want to talk to us about?
Well, we've spoken at length. Why is BDS the best Bank team in the world? Well, let's take a look at one. One of their attacks on top floor bomb site, one of the most iconic bomb site on Bank. What do you need? What are the ingredients, right? Like Bank is a good map, and a great map, and a big one as well, you need to spread. So what do you need? You need a hard breacher to be rappelling on the main side. He's going to control the entirety of the west here, and he's going to breach the Kanto spot to watch Long, watch Banana, watch President. Now you need 2 players rappelling on the windows of the bomb side. And what do they do here? You need utility-based operators that can put pressure on the anchors. I'm thinking Grim, I'm thinking Lion, Ying. These guys are going to create movement. And then you need 2 amazing fraggers. One just to be in square, watching the run out, watching the site, can also push into Broom. And then you have a last player onto traders, long angles here all the way onto meeting room. Now, if you look at BDS, they have the best player in each role. Usos here on their hard breacher, Lekefak, Bride on the windows, Shaiko here on square, and Solotov on trader's window. Now, if you look deeper, each of these players, they need to achieve something as an individual. Now we look at Usos, he has a pre-placed drone here to watch, and what does he notice? Instantly here, we see the tip of the gun of a player in President. Look at his instant reaction. From his drone, goes, picks that, free kill. That's Usos for you. First opening kill here. As soon as that's done, he's gonna go back on his drone, gather more information, and he notices there's a clash here. I cannot get away with only 6 pellets on Kento. So he's gonna make that hole bigger, and making that hole bigger, he does.